What is up, guys? Politics Gaming here, and today we're doing a brand new live stream. We're going to be playing more Power and Revolution 2023, and what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be doing a actual gameplay. So yesterday was more of a discussion slash first look at the Power and Revolution 2023 edition, and then so what we're the other day actually, I'm forgetting what day it is actually. Anyway, so today we're going to be looking at more of the 2023 edition. We're going to do our own type of gameplay here as the United States. I'm going to go ahead and transition this over, and then we're also going to introduce Gabe Vogel. Gabe Vogel is joining us today. He wanted to
Hello.
talk about the 2023 edition as a longtime player of the Power and Revolution game. He can provide some really good input as he always wants to undermine me and my thoughts. So, how are you?
Oh, I'm fine. Just still on my vacations. And unfortunately, I'm not going to get it because the Steam Edition is only going to launch when I'm at work, because I'll
No.
resume work next week. So there are two games that I was actually really hoping to play, but I'll probably have very little time to play, which is the new Jack the Lions game and the new edition of Power Revolution, because I'm not going to buy it on the it's a personal decision. I'm not going to buy it on Steam on the official website. I'm going to buy it on Steam.
Uh huh.
But let's see if it's worth it.
And for those that are watching and know that I do have a affiliate link with Eversim now, essentially that link actually doesn't work. So I just got rid of it through the thing. They're actually telling me that it's not working right now. So we're gonna have to. I'm waiting for them to give me official confirmation. That way we can have some sort of discussion and everything. Yeah, I actually accidentally almost like didn't say that it was an affiliate link, and then like I was getting confused, and then someone messaged me and was just like, yeah, dude, you need to be very careful with that. And I was like, yeah, you're totally right, thank you so much for saying that. So okay, so first things first, I actually need to play the music. So Gabe, I am streaming to you. Can you see it okay?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
Now you go ahead and play Aerosmith or whatever.
Yeah, Aerosmith.
Play an AI cover of Aerosmith with Squidward singing.
I can only imagine when that day will come, when I find myself standing in the sun. PG, can you show the countries with the lowest budget deficit gonna get the game after the Steam sale? Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get Eversim to fix that crap, because I know there's gonna be a huge surge in sales whenever people are buying for Steam. So I will definitely have my affiliate link fixed by the time the Steam sale comes out. So if you guys want to wait, I would really appreciate it if some of y'all would buy through my affiliate link. It would really help the channel out. So if you guys are able to, go ahead and do that. Otherwise, I will hate you guys. You guys will not be able to be friends with me if you don't buy through my affiliate links.
Hey, can you please show me something real quick? I want to see if the portrait that they're using for Lula.
Oh yeah, I forgot to check out Brazil yesterday.
No, it's actually really nice portrait.
So people are actually pissed off about this. What do you think of this?
What, that his party is shown as the Communist League.
Yeah, because I had a couple of Brazilians in the Power and Revolution Discord yesterday. They were actually upset that that Lula is shown as a communist.
I mean, the Workers' Party is it's a tough cookie because they have both a moderate and a radical wing.
Mm-hmm.
So in Power Revolution, you do have like democratic communist parties, and consider and if they're using that to describe any democratic party in the Western world, which follows the laborism, so all right, fine.
Mhm.
But the correct
Real quick, I
ideology
wanted to
that we
say,
would choose would be socialist.
real quick, Jamaicans United for Change, thank you so much for the $4. Really appreciate it. Why does Russia always get a budget excess? Do that? Look at their growth right now. Stop invading Ukraine. Oh. Actually, no, I can say bitch now because I got donations. Haha, bitch. Get wrecked. Which, speaking of, let's go ahead and go over to Russia, and I'm going to go ahead and immediately sanction them. Oh no, I really hope they didn't... this didn't, mess itself up.
I do remember that, like, putting embargoes on Russia, you need to be careful because the game kind of bugs when the invasion is when the war is over,
Mm-hmm.
and it forgets to automatically remove all sanctions that you gave to them. So later on, when you're playing, you're gonna get a very neat notification saying that you've been banned from the WTO and other organizations because you have an export ban on Russia.
Well, no, like, I mean, I think what's going on is that, like, I've never had that. Because that usually now should be
Really?
that you can put sanctions on anyone regardless of whether they're at war or not.
Yeah, but you get punished.
No, not at all.
Yeah,
Like I can put like actual total like embargoes on China right now if I wanted to, and I wouldn't get anything.
I wonder if you can buy from Russia the Northern Islands in Japan that Russia has been occupying since the War of 1912.
I did that. I did that.
1912 or 1910? I don't remember.
I did that yesterday. I bought the Skullinen Island, or I tried to buy the Skullinen Island.
There's the Sakhalin, but there's the Kuri something islands to the right. Yeah.
Yeah. So unfortunately, they're actually a part of the Kamchatka.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, I need to message him and say like, hey, can you guys really quickly like split this off like from Kamchatka, because that really Kamchatsky. Okay, that's
because it's because it's an important disputed region.
Yeah, especially for Japan, and especially if we're going to be able to buy territories now, we really should have the option to buy the the what are these islands called?
What are the islands are called? Like something like that.
Okay.
I'm not gonna remember it. I just remembered that it's disputed territory between Japan and Russia.
The Kurils is what they're called.
Yep.
I will show you the lowest budget deficits in 1 second. By the way, Gabe, you have a issue with your mic. It's like a low sounding like beep whenever you speak.
Really?
Yeah.
Let me see. Is it better?
Yeah.
Yeah, the mic wasn't plugged in correctly.
Yeah, I could tell actually.
Sorry.
You're good.
Yeah, but I was checking the stream and my people can hear my voice so well.
I feel it.
And if you guys don't actually, please do speak up.
So your voice sounds good?
Yeah, from what I heard, yes, but
okay. Someone is asking why you deleted all of your India playthroughs.
I actually deleted all of my playthroughs because people kept asking me to return and etc. I'm like, no. That would mean, like, it's actually very, it's a lot of work for me to do the videos. And I'm getting very serious about my job and my work life in general. So in the end, I have little to no time to make the videos, and I was getting actually very tired of making them because I do a lot of editing and I make the intros, and it was just getting a lot of work for me.
I had one
So
guy
I ended up,
approach me. I had one guy
yeah.
approach me wanting to make videos, and I had him edit like one video, but I have yet to have him edit an actual video.
If I had someone else edit for me, it would be great. But I don't know. I like to keep it professional. There are if I ever return, if I like don't have to worry about working a lot, I would love to get back and play the new editions or whatever as Brazil, or maybe play Millennium Dawn in a. But I don't see it happening in the near future.
Yeah.
What I would like to do is make something more educational-ish, where like I don't just play the which is something that I already did more or less, that we do actually more or less, but that we don't just play the game in a meta way. We actually play like planning the actual current living situations that are happening, and how we're responding the way that we would do or a certain party would do. Like I remember playing as the conservatives in the UK. I remember playing as India, but as India, I think what actually made me lose interest was that the game bugged and started to give me famines every 5 seconds, even though I had like 0.001% under malnourished population. And I was like, oh no, fuck this. I would have to like keep replaying the game to avoid getting that every single time. And I believe you had a problem with Japan as well, didn't you? I remember you speaking, you telling me that you were playing as Japan and suddenly you had a famine for no good reason.
I've always had that issue, especially even back in the Masters of the World days. I'm gonna go to.
Yeah, I think it's probably something regarding imports that,
deficit.
like, if you try to import agriculture goods, for some reason you get a famine.
How's the 2023 edition with respect to bugs? There is a bug which crashes the game whenever you come over here. You click Justice. Justice is bugged right now to the point where, like, if you click it, you know, if I click it right now, it's not gonna crash. But if I keep going back and forth to Justice, it does crash the game. I am in very close contact with Louis Marie Burquez right now in order to get that fixed as quick as possible, because that really
before
needs...
the Steam release, please.
Especially before the Steam release. I am in very close contact with Louis Marie. We've been corresponding very quickly with each other over the past couple of days. So he's been very good in replying to me and getting me information and everything like that. And I have been referring crash files and everything like that to him as well. And I've been reporting other bugs as well. So there's that one. And then there's another bug I saw in the last stream where I saw a bunch of planes were stuck midair. I think there was a bug which maybe I was playing as Japan. I can't remember. No, I had it on the tip of my tongue and now I can't remember. Gabe, let's go ahead and show you something real quick. So if you actually saw me give weapons to Ukraine just a minute ago, if you actually look, infantry armaments are a thing.
Oh,
mortar
finally.
Rounds, mortar rounds are a thing.
Finally.
So you are very much restricted on military operations with equipment. So you have to make sure that you have mortar rounds, missiles. So there's no longer like a bar like this right here where you a bar like this where you have all these missiles. You come over here, you click it, you find the country that has the production,
You just
and then
buy them.
you buy them.
Oh, that is great.
And then
That is
same thing.
actually
And
awesome.
then wait for it. So Millennium Dawn, they took something from Millennium Dawn. I can share satellites with any country that I want.
Based? Oh my god, this is awesome.
And then if I go over to Army, we have military education and training. And another thing that I did see is that we have this. So if I go over to work, we have a new law called severance pay. So severance pay must be paid by the employer, which also can be the state. It's that number of weeks compensated per year of employment. And then so if I go over here to police and I decide to lay off 300,000 workers, I have to pay, I get the economic bonus of letting them go, but I have to pay them up front to let them go. So severance pay now kind of dissuades you from it going into layoffs.
That's interesting. That actually can. That is actually interesting policy.
I do. I whenever I figured it out yesterday, I thought it was really cool. You go over to general mobilization. You no longer have to click a button. You can actually mobilize the amount of troops that you want in order to go after a general mobilization. Same thing with reservists. You can come over here, call up the reservists, and I can call up 200, 300,000 reserves. So I no longer just call all of them up. If I just want like 25,000 reserves, then I can call up 25,000 reserves. Same copy and paste game. Just, man, okay, come on. I swear to God, I'm gonna like hit the next person that says that you're paying $50 every single edition for these games. You're paying $20, guys. Guys, stop spreading that misinformation about that.
Yeah, but it's $20 for you. For anyone outside of the USA, you're just fucked, like me.
Wait, how so? Because you're supposed to, you're still
Because it's not
be
$20
able to.
for me. It's like it's reais. I
Yeah.
unfortunately I don't work at, I don't know, at an international company that pays me in dollars. I receive in real, so in the end I'll be paying like 50 real because it's $20, but you have to multiply it by 5 in order to get the correct exchange rate. So yeah. I
Okay,
pay
so I'm
$50.
saying 20 US
No,
dollars.
I mean 50 BRL.
Okay. Now that's starting to make a little more sense. At least whenever people are talking about dollars, I'm just like, you guys are not spending $50. But in the end, you're still getting discounted, right? Or are you not?
I believe there is a regional discount, but I'm not sure.
It would.
Dang, now I look like the asshole.
No, it's okay. Like,
That's Emerson.
inflation's so hard here, it's basically lunch money. Oh god.
Come on, why doesn't everyone use dollars, man? How do you get
I don't
those?
work in the United States yet.
Yeah, come on, bro. Move to the U.S. Actually, no, I'm going to sign a contract with Brazil to start importing workers. The detention center mechanic actually is really interesting, and I'm going to go over immigration very
Good
soon.
morning.
They're no longer selling in reais on the website, so it's only one price in dollars. Sad development for... That's sad for developing countries. Yeah, because I don't know if they did this and there's no confirmation about it or anything like that. I think because they knew people were circumventing it with VPNs and everything like that.
Sure.
So I think what they did is that now it's just like you're just paying like in USD or in euros or pounds or whatever.
Our country is confronted.
Accepted. Oh, what's going on in the background? I'm not worried about it. Okay.
Sure.
So there's all...
How
god, no! This is awesome. This is awesome.
So-
Because Duda is basically a cute nickname for Edward.
Wait, that's what it means?
Yeah, it's like calling. It's basically Ed, but in Portuguese. It's like Eddie.
So, what is bulleting authorization? That's what I was actually trying to figure out.
Billeting.
Billeting.
Oh, it's a base that is shared by both nations, I guess.
Okay. So it's not even. So they said
Like,
international.
You can build a base in Brazil, but the base is not just yours. You have the base is yours and Brazil's.
Okay.
What I get, what it is. But I need to research first.
I've never seen a discount in Steam. Usually, I think the discount is on their website.
No, what you need to do is,
Yes.
I think what happens is if you have the 2022 edition, you can buy it like it's a you know when there's a combo of games, they usually use that in order for you to upgrade without much problem.
Mm-hmm. I own 2021, but I couldn't get 20 discount in 2022. How so?
You should play as Canada and buy Alaska so you can
Oh,
fix the
hell
border
yeah.
war.
Nah, bro. Nah, bro. We're gonna start buying. Oh, actually, yeah. I want to try that real quick. I want to try to see what I
Just straight
can...
up buy Canada.
Oh, Canada. Purchase a foreign territory. All other territories. Let's go to Canada. British Columbia. Oh. What about the great Yukon? Oh, hell yeah. I was actually
That's pocket change, by the way.
yeah, this is like pocket change for the United States.
Canada as well. This is like a corporate rescue package.
I'm gonna buy Yukon. That's actually like a goal. Like oh my, this like the purchasing of territories option really opens up a lot of replayability options. Like that is like
you can unite Ireland as Ireland, or
And-
you can just buy Ireland as.
I actually did that, like, but I bankrupted Ireland to
Really?
make up for it. Yeah, no. Like, I didn't last that long after. I don't know if I told you that, but I didn't last that long after. I had like
sucks.
I had like a 2% surplus as Ireland, and then whenever I bought Northern Ireland, it immediately turned into 16% deficit, and I immediately went bankrupt.
Yeah, because you actually paying a lot of money for it.
Yeah, because I think I ended up paying like, what was it? I ended up
50% of Ireland's GDP.
What is their GDP?
I believe it's in the 500s.
No, I think I
500
paid.
500 billion.
I think I paid like. Actually, I don't know. I can't remember how much I paid. Have you tried out the new defense walls and trenches? Yes. Essentially, how they work is that defense walls, I think, like prevent troops from crossing, but trenches are basically like a bonus. It's like a buff to troops that they can hide in, and then basically use them as ways to fight incoming troops while being fortified themselves, so you don't lose as much of them. Another mechanic that has been added in this one is the desertions mechanic. So essentially, when you're going to war, it shows you how many people are deserting your forces. And then now there's also, whenever it comes to expanded conflicts, it has associated conflicts. So this is the main conflict, and it'll show all of these other conflicts that are associated with this main conflict. So the 2023 edition is still using the old engine, right? Yeah, I made the mistake of making that one video
Although,
where I talked
one
about
week
like, oh, they're making a
before
new
the-
engine. He ended up telling me, and I made a video subsequently saying, like, correcting myself. Some people were mad because they were like, see, that's what you get for speculating, and I'm just like, okay. Okay, immigration, because I literally have my my Secretary of Homeland Security resign a bunch because I kind of like don't really touch immigration, even though I love touching immigration now.
Just open up everything. Let's reach 1 billion Americans.
See, I did that as Japan, and I was still struggling to get my immigration rate up.
Yeah, because, well, it's more. I think it's a culture thing because America's far more receptive for with immigrants than, I don't know, Japan.
although you re-
Because first you're gonna have to learn Japanese, and good luck with that. And second, Japanese culture is very closed as opposed to American culture.
You can make a TV address to boost morale or just try to avoid heavy losses and making territory gains and pushing the enemy back. So basically what I can do now is I can go over to Brazil. I can go to Brazil, and then so we have immigration agreements and is it emigration?
Immigration.
My girlfriend told me that yesterday, and it baffled me that I've only been calling it immigration. She said emigration. And I'm
There's
like,
immigration and emigration.
I was like, damn, I've been saying emigration wrong this entire time. Anyway,
There's
so
immigration and emigration.
Immigration agreement and emigration. So the first option is like where you can import workers from this country. So I'll actually try to sign that. And then so you can compensate them, saying like, okay, since I'm taking workers from you, I'm gonna pay you annually in order to compensate you for your lost economic activity. And then at the same time, you can say, so you're like giving these guys job opportunities in your country, but then to prevent more illegal immigration, you can say, okay, we're going to receive and detain specifically immigrants in transit in Brazilian territory while awaiting response for asylum. We can do specific reinforcement of surveillance and control of the Brazilian border with the United States. Or you can just go ahead and say, like, you're going to facilitate the return of all illegal immigrants to their country of origin. And it says you issuing a consular pass for illegal immigrants without passports and aid in relocation, reintegration in their country of origin. So I'm going to send this over to Brazil and see what happens. But we come over here, and then it shows you all of this country's, like, immigration and emigration. And then it shows you where all of their immigrants are coming from, how many immigrants are there, and then it shows you the same stats but with illegals. And then so if I go over to the United States, company turnover, all out strike, we have a meeting with Australia, poverty. And then all of that. And then so I go over to legislation. And then so determine immigration policy. I can modify economic immigration quotas. And then alongside immigration quotas, I can... we have the integration policy, which is basically just reworded. We have naturalization regulations and regularization regulations. So essentially all of these different types of laws finally allow you to take a more nationalistic approach when it comes to immigration.
Or nuanced, if you,
Yeah,
because
nuanced
there's
or
so many options that you can like, oh yeah, we can make
Sure.
immigration easier, but if you still want to
Yeah.
enter illegally, we can still impose more heavy penalties for it,
yeah. And then so if you
or
choose
or the reverse.
an immigration or immigration, yeah, I said it again, immigration. If you choose an immigration agreement, then they pay you. So this is a way that you can make money off of selling your workers to other countries, or to kind of say like, hey, like we'll stop these immigrants from going into your country, or you can stop these from coming into my country, or something like that. Correct. They need to redo the game in a new engine. People should stop buying the game that does the exact opposite of what you want them to do. How can they rework the game engine if they're not getting the money to rework the game engine? That's like very counterintuitive.
Yep.
I get that people want this game to be better and stuff like that, but basically just saying like, oh, just let him go bankrupt, you're not going to have a game at all. Like, you're advocating for them to close down, and then you're not going to have anything.
Yeah, just confess, you guys want Superpower 3.
Yeah, guys, we all want Superpower 3 back. They haven't reworked it ever, right? Nah, they did better whenever it went from Masters of the World to what was it, Power and Revolution, and they reworked the map whenever it jumped
Seriously,
from
people, just buy the 2020, the first edition of Power Revolution. Buy the and just compare the first edition Power Revolution with this one, and it's like almost a completely different game. The only thing that remains is the engine.
Yeah. The only thing that does remain is the engine. But I mean, if you guys have been playing this as long as if you guys have been playing this as long as I have, like, this game has definitely changed over the past 8 years. Yeah, I remember whenever they did say they took away the multiplayer feature, and they were like, yeah, we're going to bring it back in a future DLC. That's never happened. Send a link in the chat of the place we can download the game so you can get some money. Essentially, that is not working right now, so if you guys want to wait till the Steam edition comes out, or until the game, if you guys want to wait until the Steam edition comes out, or when my link is fixed, then I'll let you guys know. Immigration agreement with Brazil accepted. Haha, so I'm gonna get some of those spicy Brazilian workers. Gabe Vogel's on his way.
Hooray! I can finally live in New York and complain about rent.
Nah, bro, you moving to Texas. That's where you're going.
No. I don't want to drive to buy bread, dude. Yeah, I'm gonna be a Texan. I'm gonna drive 20 kilometers to go to a Walgreens to buy bread. Just kidding.
I like how someone said, can you show every law in the game, please? Sure. Let me get right on that. And just so we can have a little bit of a meme contest here, let's go ahead and show the part that probably a lot of people are going to be uncomfortable with. Why are we only funding 3 stars to pedophilia? All right, all right.
Fight against it, dude. What the fuck?
Why are we
Why are we only funding respect pedophilia?
Oh man, that's gonna haunt me in about 15 years.
Oh god, dude. Dude.
Speaking of guys, um, what's going on here?
I'm gonna leave.
How is it not working?
Okay,
Claro.
but jokes aside, it's actually really interesting that they're adding this because I always thought that, well, you have sports tab and you have like youth centers and etc. But it's very it's not deep enough in comparison to like animal rights because children's rights are actually a very big thing, especially when it comes to schooling and etc. And actually, they could focus an entire update just on education.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think the current, don't get me wrong, the way that education is done here is great, but I feel like it's a struggle to understand what the fuck you're doing. For example, let's say that I want to have a population that is fully educated, like from primary school all the way to university. If you want to see the stats for it, you're gonna have to actually go to the detailed stat view in order to check it out. Sorry.
Bless you.
In order to check it out, but in the education tab, the only thing you have is primary education, secondary education, and analphabetism.
Did you know that the Prime Minister of Scotland...
And also the fight, and remember that the fight against child labor did absolutely nothing except give you popularity. There was an actual metric about it. And now there is.
Yeah, because there was I guess all they added here was really just a metric. And they renamed a lot of different laws. Censoring depictions of violence, censorship of erotica and pornography. Someone said something earlier. They were like, I don't see how PG and Gabe can defend Eversim. Well, you need to be critical.
The fuck? I'm not defending Eversim at all.
Yeah, I don't think he is.
I'm not like defending them. My view is actually very nuanced about Eversim. I really enjoy what they're doing, but if they really want to, I think they do a lot of mistakes too. For example, I really dislike the riot system and the COVID system. I think the
COVID is gone.
Added way too many micromanagement.
Yeah.
To a painful degree.
The art is.
Regarding bugs, yes, but also there's a lot of stuff that people think are bugs, but are actually them playing really badly. For example, why do I suddenly have 50% inflation and 100% growth? Okay, what did you do? Well, I'm playing as Iran and I sold all of my oil to the United States. Well, you're going to...
I really believe that like 50 to 55% of a lot of the complaints is because people don't understand how this game works. And I don't blame them because this game doesn't explain how it works. That's why I make the tutorials that I do.
Yeah, the game is actually very complicated and...
It's a very complicated game.
There are stuff that literally does not work.
Huh?
And usually it's stuff that they added now, but that they're going to expand later on. For example, the the fight against child labor was always, like I said, it was always just a few points that you can add to your work tab. Now it's actually more nuanced. You can have you have the actual metrics behind it in order to fight child labor.
And crashes, by the way. I've been playing this game for years on this channel. How many times have you guys ever seen me crash?
I never had a crash.
I've
I think I
never,
only
ever,
crashed
ever had a crash.
once.
The only time I've ever crashed is whenever a new one comes out, but they fix these things very quickly on the first patch.
Yeah, crash is actually.
I'm saving the goddamn game now because I accidentally hit the justice tab. But like,
Let me ask you something. Did they change the gun laws thing?
no, they didn't.
Oh, because gun laws is another thing that I think should have more nuance, because the gun laws in the United States are actually they depend on state by state basis, or they'll have like a lot of options of things that they are okay with banning and things they're not okay with.
But like, people
If
are
anyone
saying
has ever
like,
played the political process, they do know what I'm talking about.
but people are also saying that the game is basically like it crashes a year in. I've been able to play 15 years, 20 years in this game, and I've never crashed. Ever.
I never.
And
I do
actually
know
no.
that there is some game-breaking bugs regarding the end year, where sometimes you would get an impossible number added to your social security spending, and that happens because I do remember that was a memory problem, but I believe that's because you're probably playing the game for too long.
Okay, so let me actually correct myself.
Let me actually say something here. Memory leak is a problem that happens to a lot of games, where that use that have a lot of numbers and models running in the background. That can happen to any game. For example, I was playing Shadows of Doubt, which is this immersive simulator where you are a detective. And they have a lot of stuff going on because they have to simulate an entire population of 4 blocks of land. And you could have the game lagging a lot on you because there will be memory leak problems. But they are in the experimental branch, they already fixed it. I'm not sure if they have updated it already. But that's a problem that I see people complaining that happens to PNR with regards to the budget, where suddenly the budget will go to will just rise to astronomical levels, and people have no idea why. And I have seen these complaints, and yes, that can be a problem. But if you do see this problem, the best thing you can do is just send it to Everson, dude. They'll probably just fix it.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't do that. People like to talk about it and say like, well, you know, like there's this, and this. And people are like,
and
well,
there's another thing that I complain about Everson. Fourth Generation Warfare was a pointless title because you could have just added a lot of those features to PNR. For example, private military or
private military is a thing now.
The spy game is a far more engaging.
So
a lot of stuff could just have been added to PNR in the first place. I don't know why.
So I was trying to get to those. People were saying like the save game gets corrupted after 2 years, or like the whole thing is like it doesn't let me go past the year. I'm like, you have to be doing something like hilariously impossible and unrealistic in order to get it to happen. If I play within my bounds and I play on a realistic standpoint, that is how this game is supposed to work. It's not meant for you to raise it up to 1,000% VAT tax. It's not meant for you to raise the metrics to unrealistic levels. This is meant for you to have a realistic policy whenever it comes to a lot of the problems that you're facing. Whenever it starts to, maybe whenever you start to go 50, 60 years down the line, I'm pretty sure you're going to start running into some problems, probably even actually 40 years. But this is when my payment went through. Jamaicans, if you can send me your email, I'll refer your email to Everson. Maybe they can figure it out. They're still trying to figure it out. I'm trying to tell you that. But I don't know. Like, I really do understand people having the complaints that they do. And that's why in this edition, I'm going to be critical of this edition. So a couple of things that I think is wrong. I think that the justice system is a little disappointing. I think that the justice system could have done a little bit better. The immigration system is flawless. I think that the immigration system did an extremely good job. I have been playing as countries that have very big issues when it comes to shrinking populations, to workforce problems and everything like that. They did an amazing job with immigration. This is the highlight of the edition. The military changes is the highlight of the edition. We have training. We have to keep up with equipment now. We can't just go to war willy-nilly and just see how many troops we can throw at the front lines. So the military and immigration are flawless additions to the 2023 edition, and I think that just flat out makes it the best edition since the 2019 edition, when they added when they added climate change, and probably arguably the best edition that they have made so far. There's a couple of other things that I kind of do have complaints over. Children. There's a whole poster on the game where it highlights that children are going to have something to do with it. And even whenever they were telling it to me, they were saying children are going to be a big thing. This is more along the lines of whenever they added women, I believe, in the 2020 edition, when women got their own tab and everything like that, and they added the specific criminalization of street harassment. Doesn't it crash the game every time you try to access it? Yes, and I talked about this in the beginning, I'm in very close contact with Eversim about trying to get that fixed as quick as possible. So, the other thing about so going over here, I don't know how needed this law had to be, honestly. In Europe, and this is more of an American standpoint, apparently in Europe and other countries, it's very much not that much of a controversial topic. In the United States, it very much is a controversial topic. It's very taboo to talk about. So...
yeah, Chris Hansen will suddenly pop up and ask you to take a seat if you bring it up.
And I'm kind of like, it's like a double-edged sword whenever it comes to this law, because then if you're saying like, oh, well, there has to be a limit on it because like I don't want that thing to go less than 16 or something like that, that's going to be very, very uncomfortable. Then there are countries in the world where it is as low as 9-10 years old. And the lowest age of the lowest age of consent in the game is 10 years old in Sudan. So, and 12 years old in Mexico, 13 in Argentina, 13 in Iran, etc., etc. 13 in Japan. Oh my god. So in order to kind of like go after some sort of like, you know, children exist, all of these problems exist, you can start to fight these problems. It's more about the betterment of your society and the betterment of the treatment of children. I get that, but then it's like, okay, out of context, this is gonna look really fucking weird whenever you're messing with it. And the other thing is like, people are like, well, you know, I would much rather like have them fix every single bug in this game and everything like that. If they were to go after every single bug in this, then there would be the complaints of there's no additions being added, there's no
Yeah,
features
exactly.
being added. It's the exact same thing that we would be having. You're like you would literally say, I would rather go 2-3 years without any new laws, any new additions. Then yeah, you're gonna have a flawless gameplay, but then you're gonna be like, well, nothing's being added, so I'm not gonna play it anymore. They have to focus on the balance between replayability and at least making it playable. This game is not unplayable. It just isn't. In some ways, maybe it can be. Maybe
There's a
depend. Maybe it
very
has to
big
do.
difference.
Maybe it has to do with your system. Maybe it has to do with like what you're doing in the game or anything like that. So there are there are very controversial things that has to do with it. But I mean, every single person here, we all go back to it. There was a time I took a break from this game because honestly, I just got bored of it. But we all eventually kind of come back to it because we all know that it is the most intricate, the most advanced, the most detailed game on the market because we don't have that much of a very big market. We have to support these developers when they can. Eversim is not an evil company. Eversim does not care. And I'm not saying that because like, oh, I've been making content on them. People always like to look at these content creators like me and like other people and they say, well, you know, you're the one, you're famous off of this. You can't like go against like what you are. In ways I can, because I can still be critical of it. I'm being critical of it right now. Eversim has problems. They have a PR problem. I have a hard ass time trying to get a hold of them, and it pisses me off. So, just because I'm a content creator and I talk positively about games and I'm trying to be optimistic about these things does not mean that I'm disregarding how everyone else feels about it. All of what you guys feel about this game is very, very valid. I'm not trying to invalidate anything that you guys are feeling about it. I'm just trying to have you guys also see the other side of the coin. That it's not as simple as they need that you need to focus every single piece of effort that you have on fixing these bugs. And yes, these bugs are annoying. I mean, I have to ignore the justice system right now. I'm playing this game acknowledging that this thing is bugged right now. I have to avoid this button right here because it's going to crash the game. And that's why I am in very close contact with Eversim right now to get it fixed. Will I be paid back by everyone? What are you talking about? Jamaicans, you need to... I'm having a hard time. I have to concentrate on this stream and all my points and everything like that. I have a hard time looking at chat whenever I'm
Yeah, you're
doing
not
all
even
these
playing
rants.
the game.
Yeah, I know. Now I'm playing the game. Ah, man, talking all that gives me anxiety. Based free trade agreement between United States and United Kingdom. Someone said, to be fair, PNR is a lot more stable. My Democratic Republic of Congo save on the 2022 edition is in 2054. Still playable, but I think the income is broken, and as I have 6 trillion in my reserves. Bro.
DRC is actually a very fun country to play if you know what you're doing.
I've never played DRC.
It has potential because it's probably one of the largest mineral reserves in the world. But you're gonna have to deal with like separatist groups, corruption, and and a lot of problems with your own income. But once you actually get things going, the country has like full potential to become one of the wealthiest countries in Africa.
Jamaicans, if you bought the game, and it's not working, you need to email Eversim like ASAP to get it working. But don't spam chat, please, because I get that. You need to email Eversim. Don't spam my chat because you're trying to get the game working.
Okay, so countries with a lot of potential, and then there are surprisingly fun to play are the DRC, which is just difficult, but once you get things going, you're golden. I think Ireland, especially with this edition where you can actually reunite Ireland. Brazil's a very fun country to play.
Oh, here's another feature, by the way. So we have, like right here, I can go over to China, and so we have determined a policy on issuance of visas, and so what we have is basically it says that we can issue no visas to these countries, basically just allowing them to come in without any sort of like requirement of how long they're going to stay. Or we can say visas required for long-term stay, or we can very tightly control travel from those countries with a quota from those countries. So I like to actually now use this against enemy countries. And then friendly countries, like I can go over here and then say like, okay, Japanese tourists and workers don't need to have a visa whenever they come to the United States. And then I'm going to do the same with Canada, actually. But the downside of that is that it makes illegal immigration from those countries easier.
Yeah, I don't think you have to worry about illegal immigration from Japan.
They're going to sail their ass all across the Pacific.
They would rather much stay, unless like you have Americana fans. I don't think you're gonna get much immigration from Japan.
I guess that's why I was having such a hard time trying to get my thing up, is because like no one's sailing across the sea to get to Japan. Hello, have you got any inflation?
Because first, Japan is incredibly difficult for you to immigrate to. You're gonna have to learn Japanese first, and Japanese culture is very close. If you're, I don't know if you know this, but if you, there's a lot of people that go to Japan to like live, and there's this meme that everyone that goes to Japan to live eventually just becomes an English teacher and nothing else.
Wait.
It's very difficult to get a job in Japan as a foreigner.
There's a guy in the Discord channel that basically he said that he lives in Japan, and it was really funny because he said that he's an American who immigrated to Japan, and he said like he says like I don't want us to become like the Western melting pots or whatever, because like we don't want to become like the US, so we need to make sure we have a very closed immigration system. I'm like, you're an immigrant, what are you talking about? Didn't it take you like 50 years to get in there? I was like,
yeah, as a matter of fact, all he's saying is that he wants to kick the ladder that let him in.
yeah, I guess.
You actually hear this from actual Brazilians in America, like, oh no, we don't need more Brazilians here. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, a lot of people immigrate to the U.S. and suddenly start supporting anti-immigration laws. I'm like, what the fuck? Why? Why are you you're basically saying that you don't want yourself in your own country. What the hell?
There's 2 new laws in the family tab. So we have the status on transgenders, and we have surrogacy laws.
Wait. Go back.
Which one?
Statues on transgender persons. Oh yeah, especially because it's something that went really, really mainstream lately,
Mm-hmm.
which is the rights of the transgender people.
And then surrogacy.
How is it? How it is? It's no national law, surrogacy.
Ah, man.
Anyway, what do we want to do as the US right now?
Hmm?
Because we're focusing a lot on the features, but we're not actually playing.
Yeah, I know. I always get like sidetracked. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna like close chat for a little bit, and I'm just gonna play. Fiber optics. Yeah, we're just gonna play, and we're just gonna. I'm not gonna worry about chat for a minute. That way I can prove that I can make it a year without a crash.
Yeah, before you do anything, how's the energy? Yeah, energy, exactly. The first thing you check when you play this game.
Always, anyone that's watching, always check your energy. Always.
Yeah, especially as the US, because the US consumes a lot of energy. Like,
I think they changed.
Energy. Like, if you ignore energy for a year, you're screwed. And also, they changed a lot, some stuff. Now they have mega solar farms, mega offshore. So yeah, test it out. I need to go to the bathroom real quick.
What is the democracy index? There's going to be a lot of people that are going to be pissed that I've spent the last like 30 minutes just ranting and just talking and everything. People are going to be like, shut the f up and play the goddamn game. Immigration. So we're gonna look at Mexico. We're gonna get some people here on work visas. And then we're going to ask for the specific reinforcement and surveillance and control of the Mexican border with the United States to limit the flow of illegal immigrants coming from Mexico. We're gonna pay them. God damn, bro.
So what's your plans in Mexican immigration? Reinforcements of surveillance, alright. Importation of workers, alright.
Now, should I try to receive and detain them, or should I try to just facilitate their return? Yeah, I'll
Just make a change in area in the entirety of NAFTA. Just kidding. Uh, let me read real quick. Importational focus, okay. Receive and detain specific areas in the transit American charter, waiting for response to asylum request. Wait, I can't read. Transit index. Border. Within the state, limited flow of deliveries. I would check the last one too. And I wouldn't stop in Mexico. I think we should do that to the entire Central America region.
That's what I was thinking. Because it tells me where all of my
Yeah, because a lot
illegal
of people
immigrants
think,
are coming.
Illegal immigrants are coming from Mexico. Well, not really. You're gonna have people from Guatemala, Honduras, El Salvador, Belize, all of these countries.
I have 600,000 illegal immigrants from India.
Really?
So
Wow, that's 5% of them.
I have 300,000 illegal immigrants from El Salvador. 250,000 from Vietnam. And 250,000 from Guatemala.
How many from Brazil?
Let's look.
Only 4,000? Jesus.
79,000.
Oh, I see. Did you know that there's a city in the, I believe, I'm not sure if it's Boston or New York. Actually, Boston is in the state of New York.
The prep.
No, it's Massachusetts. Anyway, that like it's a city that is basically full of Brazilians, and coincidentally, they are all from the same city here in Brazil, in the state of Minas Gerais.
Mm-hmm.
Which is very weird. It's like they teleported there.
And in Guatemala, I'm just going to go ahead and just do the facilitation of return of illegal immigrants. And should I import workers from them, or? No, maybe. Specific reinforcement of surveillance. Just specific reinforcement. Okay. We'll offer them $15 billion.
Good morning.
Sales, aluminum. $34, $35, $38.
I'd be happy to.
Okay, let's see if Mexico and damn it, Mexico never accepts my things, and I'm not gonna pay them $500 billion just to get them to screw off. Wait, what? Immigration agreement refused can for the following reasons. Your citizens that illegally enter our country do not represent a significant flow.
What the hell?
I offered them an agreement because their people are coming to my country.
I think there's some translation errors in somewhere.
Maybe. Guatemala. Receive and detain. No. Facilitation of return and specific reinforcement. $25 billion, I guess. Mexico is really trying to squeeze out. You know what? Whatever. I'm just gonna build a wall with Mexico. You know what? Just we'll deal with that later. All right, Mexico. Since you're kind of forcing my hand on this, I'm actually just gonna go ahead and build a wall. Wah. So I have 39% of the border covered with the wall. And I really like this. I really like that they actually finally got rid of that dumb little like wall feature that they had. Wait, I have an idea. I can send workers over to Mexico and I can get them to cover up to $30 billion. That way they can pay for the wall. Yo! I'm
gonna leave.
I just figured out how to get Mexico to pay for the wall. Holy shit, look how much it costs, man. Okay, we're gonna actually have to get Mexico to cover a significant amount of this. Alright, Mexico, how are you gonna pay for this wall? 205, 7 months. We'll get it done in 1 year. 121, 12 billion, 51 billion. Build the wall. Oh my OMG, you sound like Trump. Whoa, look how many illegal immigrants I just Jesus Christ, where are all these illegals coming from? Actually, that's gonna force me to...
Oh no, don't do it.
So the way that these detention centers work, essentially, it says a detention center is a facility for holding illegal immigrants before they are deported to their home country or released following administrative or judicial action. The duration of detention is limited to a maximum of several months. Their effective functioning depends on heavily on the number of spaces available. So basically, the way it works is that the more illegal immigrants that you have, the more detention centers you have to build in order to kind of house them. That way you can kind of really quickly process them for asylum or deportation or just basically just letting them go and, you know, roaming around as illegal immigrants. And for those wondering, no, I'm not having a very aggressive. I do not personally have an aggressive policy when it comes to illegal immigration. I'm more just explaining it as a gameplay mechanic. Gabe, of all people, knows that I am no longer a part of that Trump gang.
Good morning.
Now you're aligned with Darth Brandon.
Darth Brandon. I just lost like 50 subscribers. No, I am not with Darth Brandon. But I don't like DeSantis and I don't like Trump. Okay, yeah, this has to be bugged. I'll refer this over to Everson.
What?
It's saying that like we do not consider yourselves. Wait. We do. Oh, okay. This actually makes more sense. I thought this was another same thing. We do not consider ourselves a country of transit for illegal immigration. Your citizens that illegal enter our country do not represent a significant flow. So that's kind of bugged because I'm not asking them. I'm not asking them to make compensation for my people that are entering their country. I'm asking to stop their people from entering my country. But then it says we do not consider ourselves a country of transit for illegal immigration. That's a goddamn lie. The Argentinian guy just popped into the chat and was just like, "Bugs." Let's see what Argentina's immigration situation is like. Illegal emigration. I don't know why I keep saying immigration. I keep saying that. Too many Paraguayan? How do you say that? Paraguayan? Paraguayan? Too many Paraguayan illegal immigrants in Argentina, guys. Juan Perron, he said, "I love you, my friend." That's the nicest thing you've said in my comment section. He's literally always in my comment section calling me a smoke seller.
Work has already begun. I can assure you that this is a good initiative by building on this border because a large portion of illegal immigrants into this country often pass this way. Moreover, the size and length of the wall, when it's finally built, will really hinder illegal immigrants who want to cross this border.
I know the way Everson presents.
Actually, yeah. The way that immigrants actually enter the country, a lot of them actually come by plane, not by crossing the wall.
I mean, there's a pretty substantial portion of them that do enter by land route, especially in the past 20 years. Okay, look at that. Wasn't energy surplus, wasn't that like 300 not that long ago?
Yeah, it increased.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, maybe, did you build anything recently?
No. I have like 9 nuclear power plants.
That already, I don't know.
What I'm thinking is maybe some of the projects have fluctuating capacities now.
Like wind?
Like actually,
because that makes totally sense.
Like actually,
because I don't like. Let me because I actually work with energy infrastructure, so let me explain real quick. Structures like wind and solar, they don't have a fixed capacity. Like, oh, this is going to make, let's say, 10 terawatts the all year round. That's not how it works.
Gabe, did you see what I just did?
When they build new plants, what they do is that they check how much, let's say, wind. How much wind do you get year round on this area? Where you get it's windy 90% of the time. That's an oversimplification, but that's how it is. Or it's windy 50% of the time. So then which is those are the P's. You have P90, P50, or P25. I don't know. Those are the scenarios of which this power plant is operating. So if the game wants to emulate this realistically, it should probably say, oh yeah, you have wind in this area, which is very good, but you have like these 3 scenarios depending on the time of the year.
Okay.
Sure.
He
But
said
even
there's
said with current technology, the power that we get from wind is actually increasing exponentially. So much so that a lot of people say that countries that want to get rid of nuclear power, say for example Germany, should just stick with solar and wind because they're going to outpace nuclear anytime soon.
okay. I had a whole conversation with my boss about this game.
Really?
Yeah, he actually, I was telling him about it like a week ago, and he bought it the day before the 2023 edition came out. And so he said that he was testing the game out as Denmark, and he legalized. He said that it's unrealistic because he legalized shale uh, gas exploration in Denmark, and then everyone rioted. He's like that's so unrealistic, and I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, you don't know the half of it.
Trying to make my Argentinians happy in the chat. Oh, I really like this new law that they added. I'll show you in a second.
Uh,
You can finally have legislation on smoking in the game.
oh, nice. Let's get rid of smoking and create a gray market for a gray and a black market for smokes in the process.
I know, right? I'm gonna pass a law like that in a second.
I find it really weird that Western society just decided that smoking is bad as long as it's not weed.
Yeah, I don't like that. I hate how people are like,
Real. If you want to make smoking bad, then smoking is bad. Period. You don't make like smoking weed and smoking tobacco. Those are very bad for your health. Like exponentially bad. With one, you're gonna get lung cancer. With the other, you're gonna get like severe paranoia once you get old.
Brazilians in the chat, what can I buy from you?
Beef.
I mean, not Brazilians, Argentinians.
Yeah, beef. They also do export a lot of beef. Beef,
It didn't say beef.
fruits,
Well, they have a lot of beef, but I don't even need beef.
fruit.
Do we have fruit or vegetables?
Forget. Wine.
Oh,
I remember
yeah,
someone
wine.
actually. Oh god, I remember there was this Argentinian player who rightfully complained to Eversim that publicly, by the way, that they do not add wine production to Argentina. When,
Yeah.
like, wine production is something they are extremely proud of, and rightfully so. Argentina wine is actually great.
Yeah, I remember when the 2022 edition came out, and there were so many freaking Argentinian players that were pissed off that they had no wine production.
Rightfully so. It would like saying that Japan does not produce video games or something like that. Like it's pretty much an actual export that they have a lot of pride on. And you saying that, oh yeah, you don't have any any at all is ridiculous.
Our country.
Ah,
What is it?
nothing. A little tired right now for some reason. I have been streaming. I've only been streaming for an hour and a half. God, I was talking for so long that... Another thing that is new, whenever you subsidize weapons production in the sectors, you very much have... dude, we have like such a big influx of Argentinians now. Weapons production, like it is very much like a major difference in whenever you're buying weapons. You can now build up your military like tenfold way quicker than you were able to previously.
Nice.
If I
Don't
hadn't-
forget to give weapons to Ukraine, dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna start buying more I'm gonna start producing more mortar rounds and infantry equipment, and then I'm also gonna start buying more, and then I'm gonna start selling those or giving those weapons over to Ukraine. So I have mortar rounds. Yeah, let's... What about tanks? I can give a shit ton of rank 1 tanks to Ukraine. I'm gonna give 3,500 rank 1 tanks to Ukraine. Oops, accidentally give it to Russia.
Oh no!
So Everson's take on the casualties of this conflict is that Ukraine has lost 57,000 and Russia has lost 144,000. If you join a war on the side of Ukraine, will you be able to pull all of NATO in because it's a defensive war? If I go in and I declare war on Russia, it's a lot... If I attack someone, it's way harder to get someone to come in, one of your allies to come in. I think mainly because it calculates who's at fault for that conflict. If you were attacked yourself, then yes, it's going to be able to drag your allies in very, very, very quickly and easily. But if you go out and attack someone or intervene in a war, you're basically on your own. And to now zoom in on a horribly optimized map of the Ukrainian war, here's the Dragon's Teeth fortifications. More Dragon's Teeth outside of Erhodar. They fixed the location of the Zaporizhia nuclear power plant. We have trenches now. These are occupied. And then the Russians have trenches up here. And then whenever you're making these trenches, you draw them, essentially. Let's see what the status of Bakhmut is. Yep, Bakhmut has fallen, unfortunately. Kramatorsk is under Russian hands. No, no, wait. Izium. No, not Izium. Wait. Jesus Christ, what's... Oh my god. Oh my god!
What? Oh, they got Odessa.
Yeah, they
Oh,
captured
no.
Odessa and Kharkiv. Oh no. Damn, we really need to start giving them weapons. No, Ukraine! No, not Ukraine! I have 600 suicide drones. Yeah, the Russians are kicking ass right now. Once Sumy falls, we're gonna go ahead and pull out. Dnipro has fallen. Once the Russians capture Kremenchuk, I'm gonna get involved. We're gonna start sending the lads to march in on Moscow. All right, so when does Wagner march on Moscow, guys?
Us?
Oh, that's who else we need to restrict visas from. Are you sniffling?
Yeah, my nose is. Like I said, I got a lot of cold yesterday night, so my nose is fucked up. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
You're good.
Sorry.
Your trenches provide a defensive bonus. They do.
Hello.
Yo. Both prefer God. See what illegal immigration is looking like. God, we're capping off at like 12.5 million illegal immigrants right now. Oh, what's Turkey look like? 36.4% illegal immigration. 685,000 illegal immigrants from Syria. I like how Taiwan, all of their immigrants are coming from Afghanistan.
Why?
I don't know. All of their illegal immigrants are from Somalia. All of their illegal immigrants are from like northern Africa. They also have 0 regularizations annually. Like no regularizations. I guess these countries may have like closed immigration systems because they're not having any regularizations. Oh, I actually might be able to remember this. No, Turkmenistan. Turkmenistan, yeah. So I guess can I close my immigration system entirely? Oh, that's what I wanted to do. Go over to health, legislation, prohibition on smoking. So there's 3 different laws that you can do. It says tobacco is a risk factor for many illnesses, cancers, heart disease, and respiratory disease. Notably, in 85% of lung cancer cases, prohibitions on smoking are implemented to protect the health of smokers and also non-smokers by reducing their exposure to cigarette smoke. You have no new national anti-tobacco legislation, which decisions are made at the local level. You have prohibition in all public spaces except for certain places, possibly with reserved smoking area, which is restaurants, malls, and airports. And then you have a prohibition in all indoor public places. So I'm going to go the really funny route, and I'm going to prohibit it in all public places. And then at the same time, just to be a hypocrite, I'm going to legalize marijuana.
It's awful. In a press.
How would the Dominican Republic like to... Oh, another thing that you can do is that, so you have these student exchange programs. What you can also do is that if you go over to immigration, or you can actually go over to education as well, I can go over to legislation. I can ban the hosting of foreign students entirely. So essentially, you can ban the hosting of foreign students except through agreements with other countries. So you can basically say, like, okay, like, unless I have an agreement signed with you, you cannot come over to study unless I have an agreement with your country. And then it says that certain countries, often authoritarian regimes, want to restrict these exchanges to only brother countries, quote unquote, for fear of interference and espionage. Oh, that's what I was also gonna do. Issuing visas, and I wanted to Dominican Republic. I wanted to import workers from the Dominican Republic.
It must be.
I was thinking here, everything could be like more funny and call Janet Yellen Janet Screaming.
Janet screaming. All right, next series that we're gonna do, we're gonna play as Ireland, and we're gonna enlist the Wagner group to take over Northern Ireland.
No, just buy the gun. I mean, you're gonna have to be sure you're not bankrupting the country, but you can actually just buy the area.
Shh, I want to put Wagner to work.
And it was actually be a net positive for the UK because that means they don't have to debate how Brexit affects the Northern Ireland border. Which they're still debating, by the way.
They're always debating bullshit.
Do you think the UK will return to the EU like after?
I'd be mad.
Years.
I'd be mad if they ever returned. I'm like, dude, y'all put yourself through all of this trauma and everything, like, just to be like the crazy guy coming back because you couldn't handle yourself on your own. Better yet, just reconquer the UK. Yep. The Americans are going to do the opposite of what happened in 1776. We're coming for you, UK. Should I go from Bakersfield to Fresno or Bakersfield to San Jose?
Let me see.
I'll probably do San Jose.
Which is closest to San Francisco? San Jose?
Yeah, San Jose.
Yeah, San Jose.
Yeah, and plus, like, San Jose and San Francisco are pretty big cities, and connecting Fresno. I'll just connect Fresno over to Sacramento. someone heard the someone gets the reference that I'm trying to make here. I'm making the high-speed rail line in California, right? So they're actually trying to do this, and it's taking them literally like 20 years to do it. And someone said LOL, high-speed train in California, prepare to wait 50 years. And I was like, good job, boy. I love you. I love you so much. I've made this line, this network, like so many times in the past, and no one has ever made that joke before. No one has ever caught the reference that I'm trying to get at whenever I make these types of things. Someone said love. He said love you too, PG. You're the best. I love you too, buddy. Give you a little kiss.
Don't forget to make Helios next to Las Vegas.
Jesus Christ, you were talking whenever I was talking to you. Whenever I was trying to get you to look. I already did
Oh,
it.
sorry. Oh, hey! Finally. You just put it in the wrong place, by the way.
Fuck, dude, shut up, shut up, shut up. It's an alternate Fallout line. Where was it? Is it over here? Or is it in the south?
In the map is in the southeast.
Oh,
No,
damn
southwest.
it. It was in the south. Karen. Oh, no, they didn't get it. They didn't change it. I have to tell him that.
Well, it's not a McCarran anymore?
They changed the name of it because the guy was racist.
Oh.
So they changed it after longtime Senator Harry Reid.
I see. I only know McCarran because of Fallout New Vegas, and I don't know who the guy was. I only know that it's the camp where the NCR is stationed.
No one get Gabe started on this on Fallout New Vegas. Don't go let him go down this rabbit hole, guys.
Or Dune. Or Star Trek. Actually, don't get me started with Star Trek.
Yeah, please don't talk about Dune on my live stream.
Yeah, especially because you want to see the movies, so I can spoil them for you.
Shh. I'm just kidding. Fallout, the proper name for an Eversim game after a game-breaking bug happens. My girlfriend was actually in a Good Springs not that long ago. She got me a little token. It's a little Nuka-Cola keychain thingy.
Yeah.
No, where's Dallas? Fort Hood. They changed the name of Fort Hood, actually.
Is it also because the guy was racist, or?
It was named after a Confederate general.
Also, yes. All right. Here in Brazil, we have this problem as well because there are a lot of bridges and roads that are named after generals of the military dictatorship that went from 1964 to 1988. So, for example, the Rio Niterói Bridge was actually named after one of these generals, and there was a campaign to rename the bridge.
Whoa. You see the name?
Ale Caraca? What?
I don't think we go that far. Since when do we have a wait, what?
Oh.
What? Where the hell is Valencia?
I just remembered, like, in BoJack Horseman, where they make a bridge to Hawaii.
Look, it even says San
A
Jose
bridge
to
from
Hanoi.
LA to Hawaii.
Dallas to Houston. San Antonio to Houston. Dallas to Austin. Austin to San Antonio. Now this is what I really want in real life. Texas needs this. And that's how I like to do these USA playthroughs. I really like to kind of really develop the big states with some high-speed rail. Someone said Spain to Vietnam. Here we go. Oh, Backstar's in the chat telling me to fix America's shattered economy. Fixing Britain's shattered economy.
Perspective analysis.
It's a dumb, stupid inside joke that me and Backstar have. Oh wow, look at that. A military dictator wants to meet with me.
The members of the bill has been.
Guys, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. If you guys want to see more content, hit that bell notification icon. Shout out to PG for giving me a code to the game. I have not given you squat, and just because you're doing that now, I'm not giving you anything. Hey, yo. Turks and Caicos. What's going on here, sir? Hang on, buddy. I don't think this is exactly where we want to go. Someone recognized you. He said, I knew that was a Brazilian accent. Ha ha ha. Yes, we do have a darn Brazilian in the game, in the stream right now. He threatened me that if I wouldn't let him on, then he'd take me down to Brazil and keep me down in his Brazilian dungeon. Since it's always a meme to say, I don't want to go to Brazil. I don't want to go to Brazil. Then I had to comply with him. In before someone really gets mad at me for saying the I don't want to go to Brazil meme.
I don't want to go to Brazil either, and I live here.
Maple, thank you so much for the donations.
Talking about contemporary slavery, I'm seeing there's data here. There was a very big case regarding Brazilian wine, where they found people living in modern slavery in a winemaking company in the south of Brazil, and it like shattered the trust that people have in buying Brazilian wine.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Someone said Brazilians can recognize each other. Is that true?
Like, what do you mean?
I don't know. He said that he heard your voice.
Very big country. I have no idea like who. Oh, you mean by the accent?
Yeah, he said that he recognized you by your accent. He was like, "Oh, that's a Brazilian."
Yeah, maybe. We do. There, you have degrees of accents. Like, there are Brazilians who cannot say anything without adding an Y in the end.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for example, hot doggy, or I'm gonna get a. Yeah, for example, a person would say, "Oh, I'm gonna go over there and get a hot dog," instead of saying hot dog.
Hot dog, a diggity dog. Hot dog, a diggity dog. Okay, yeah, I know there's different accents. Obviously, I would honestly assume so for any country or language. Because I remember that
I need to change the way that I speak English. I don't want people knowing that I'm Brazilian. I'm gonna try to speak like Fraser Crane.
Because I remember whenever whenever I was doing my Brazil series, whenever I would say hey all and hey ice, a lot of people would be like, dude, that's actually really cool that you're using your Rio accent. And I was like, huh.
It's the correct way of saying it, actually.
All right, screw all your northern lads. Just the correct way of saying it. The Rio way is the correct way, guys. You heard it.
Yeah, you don't say reais, you say reais.
So it's
reais,
Reis is the
depending
other
on
way to
where you
say
are.
it?
Yeah, no, because there, generally people say reais,
Prospective
not Brazilians, I
analysis
mean.
coupled
How do you say it singularly?
Real.
Well, in the northern accent, the non-Rio accent.
This theory is
Actually, they say real in the northwestern region as well. What I mean, wait, did you just say that I? No, I'm not saying that. How people in the northwestern, actually not northwest, northeast say they don't. They have a different accent. Yes, I'm not saying that it's wrong. What I mean is that people in the U.S. and etc. They say our currency wrong. That's what I meant.
Mm-hmm.
But you will notice that like in Brazil, you will see that there are different accents as well. Like when I went to south of Brazil, to Rio Grande do Sul, people immediately noticed that I'm not from there from the moment I landed. Because apparently, people from Rio, they do like to push uh, the sound when they speak.
Mm-hmm.
So we say 15 reais instead of 15 reais.
Yeah, I know. I remember. I remember you now saying that it was like a shh.
Yeah, we use an X instead of S. And people complain about it a lot, actually. Like more than I thought. But I do like the northeastern accent. Actually, it's really cool.
Someone said, "Just don't say Brazilians speak Spanish, and you are fine."
Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah, bro. Cultural lines. Just because the Pope got bored one day and drew a line across an entire continent. Sorry, I'm sorry to offend you over the Pope drawing a line. Come on, bro. That was actually a very unfair line that was drawn. Like, literally, the Portuguese literally just got all of this.
Oh, by
And
the
then the
way,
Spanish just got the
did you
rest
know
of
that
it.
the reason that they shared the moon in front of mankind is to emulate what they did with Brazil and the rest of South America?
Huh. No, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, it's based on the Tordesillas Treaty.
Portugal got Africa all the way to India. You know, I'm starting to notice now that whenever you zoom out, all of the cities don't disappear.
Yeah, it must be a new thing.
Yeah. Portugal got Africa all the way to India. That's why they divided it that way. Why? Because Portugal already got enough.
Yeah, basically yes, because Portugal
Hey,
was
I'm
very
gonna
big back then.
hang on. I'm gonna step away real quick. I'm getting a really important phone call, so I need to step away for 1 second.
Oh, hello, y'all. How are you guys? It's like I'm gonna have to entertain you guys while PG answers this call. Anyone here plays Gran Turismo? I could try. People asking if I can sing. Dame, dame, dame yo. No, I'm not gonna do that. I actually don't know the entire U.S. anthem. As a Brazilian, what do you think about Lula versus Bolsonaro? That's an interesting question. Um, like Brazil, just like the U.S., is extremely polarized between the two, and like my opinion is that when I think about the head of state must be a person that is actually able to delegate decisions and to actually take decisions as well. And I'm also not. And here's the thing: Bolsonaro was terrible, possibly one of the worst presidents we ever had. Lula is only okay, but he unfortunately believes his own hype, so it leads to a lot of BS. Like, for example, he believes that he can stop the war in Ukraine by saying, "Oh, both sides are bad," or and a lot of other stuff. Like, I'm not gonna go on a tangent here. Stance on Scottish independence. I don't know. Whatever they decide. But like they already had a referendum, so if they said no back then, I don't think that's gonna change if you keep asking. But I do see that a lot of people are like having second thoughts after Brexit. So who knows? I don't think the Scotland's going to become independent anytime soon, especially after what happened in the S&P, where the leader got caught on a corruption scandal. And I really don't like, returning to the Brazil question, I really don't like having politics be polarized because it distracts from actual debate. For example, we just passed a major tax reform that was so really needed, and it's pretty much overshadowed by the petty disputes of dumb ideology between both left and right wing. Like, before this tax reform, we had such a Byzantine tax code that if you want to start a business in São Paulo, you're gonna have to adhere to a tax code that is 1,000 pages long. Now this is going to change that. Now it's going to be two IVAs, one for the federal level, another one to the state level, but I believe that they're gonna have a municipal tax as well combined.
Are you spreading Brazilian propaganda in my stream?
Noah was talking about Brazilian tax code and how we recently just changed it finally.
Now I'll go back and I'll listen to all of it so you don't have to repeat it all.
Prospective
Just for people that are watching right now, I'm getting my car worked on, so they're calling, so I got that call back, and then so they're gonna get back to me soon. So if you guys hear me step away again, that's why. So it's just like I have to answer these phone calls because I am currently without a car. So anyway, if you want to continue on, you can while I play. Didn't mean to interrupt.
No, it's okay. I was waiting for you to come back. I was just entertaining people so you don't lose like a lot of people watching the stream.
So overall, what is your thoughts on this edition?
It seems great. I would love to play it once it gets updated and it comes out on Steam.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because the countries seem to be playable now. Because last year's edition, they were still people were still recovering from COVID, so a lot of stuff was just off the charts.
COVID, by the way, is no longer a factor.
Yeah, but why do we have the COVID tab anyway?
It's a dead tab. That's the most I can say about it. So it's there. COVID is not a gameplay mechanic anymore at all. Like all of anything you see about COVID is completely dead.
The population affected by the disaster is in a very precarious situation. Must have lost a lot, and even
2023 version is so much better. Yes, I think this is the best edition, arguably, that they have ever released.
Yeah, every year is the best edition, actually.
Yeah,
I believe the only edition that I didn't like was the COVID one.
same here. There was like one time that I actually genuinely had fun playing it, but the rest of the time it was just a hassle. Oh, let's see how my wall's doing with Mexico. Is it completed though? And I have 600 detention centers. 600, so shit, how many detention centers would I need to so 600 times 140, that's 84,000 spots. So if I wanted 1,000, that's 600,000. 10,000, that's 6 million. 20,000. I would need 20,000 detention centers in order to cover every single illegal immigrant. Texas is literally just going to become a refugee camp. So this is how it comes to ordering equipment for your military now, by the way. It's exactly like ordering weapons, it's just that it's all through contracts. And it's like infantry armaments, you can see I'm ordering 1.5 million units and it's taking literally a week for it to complete. Oh, I totally forgot to tell you about my favorite feature in this annexation feature. Look at this.
Yeah.
Look. I can annex dependencies now.
Yeah, I saw that. Now you can give Puerto Rico statehood.
Yeah, literally, I can give Puerto Rico statehood.
Do it.
Like, yeah, I'm actually going to try to make Puerto Rico a state.
And go to choose new capital and add Puerto Rico as a new capital.
The United States of America. What's its capital? San fucking Juan. Child prostitution numbers on the decline in the United States.
Every
All right, time to lower the age of... I'm not even going to say that out loud. That is like the memeiest thing ever. You're probably cringing that I just said that.
Yes.
See, look. Oh wait, no, never mind. That's because I'm getting all of these 3G nuclear power plants. But like, I don't know. I have a feeling that energy was worked on a little bit.
Yeah, it was. Because I remember if you get in the middle of the year, suddenly your national consumption just jumps stratospheric.
Speaking of that other joke that I just made that I probably shouldn't have said out loud, did you hear about that YouTuber that basically had the same that had some accusations against her, and then she like was just like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna play a fucking ukulele."
Yeah, I heard that.
Huh? The embargo against Cuba doesn't exist. Yeah, I just watched the Moist Critical's video on that, and I was just like, that's fucking stupid.
I don't really listen to YouTube drama.
Neither do I.
Because it's usually just something extremely stupid and it's not worth it.
No, Puerto Rico, you want to become a state, please? All right, I'm gonna buy Scullinen from Russia and sell it over to Japan. That's actually what it is. Oh shit, that's how you make money in this game. You literally buy territories for dirt cheap, develop them, and then sell them 5 years later. It's like house flipping, except for entire territories.
House flipping for states.
Buy this dirt ass cheap island off the coast of Russia and then sell it to China for even more, for double what you bought it for. Another feature that we have: propose the annexation of a What's going on in Cyprus? Oh my god, I didn't actually expect that to work. Bro, what's going on in Cyprus? I can ask Cyprus to be annexed. Gabe, where you at? You're not saying anything.
I'm here. I was just answering my girlfriend.
Oh.
Why would you want to do that?
Because it's a new feature. It says propose the annexation of a sovereign territory, but it says the only reason that you would be able to do that is if they're going through a regime change.
You have offered territory to sell. Just sell Ohio for whatever reason.
Yeah, I'm gonna sell Ohio to Canada. It's y'all's problem now. I just want to know what Cyprus is going through that's making them want to, like, be willing to be annexed.
I don't know.
Oh, that would actually be really cool for that to happen as Turkey.
Yes. We're gonna have to get better relations with them.
Wait, I have an idea. I can annex Cyprus and sell it to Turkey. House flipping.
Well, state house flipping.
Slaps the top of the car. This bad boy went through 17 protests in 5 minutes. Eversim, why can't I sell cluster munitions to Ukraine? It just got announced. Why is this feature not in the game? Cyprus can buy Alabama. Do 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 do. You're so silent right now that you're just like, wow, PG is just fucking annoying.
No, it's okay.
High velocity missiles. Why doesn't Russia produce hypersonic anymore?
She's watching the stream right now.
Who?
Hello, love. My girlfriend.
Your girlfriend is... Oh my god. The Gabe himself has a girlfriend? I'm just
Well,
kidding.
I am a handsome dude.
Hello, lady. Gabe is a very big bully. Please beat the crap out of him. Just kidding. I do not support domestic violence. You're just like, PG, you're gonna get demonetized. Shut your mouth. Oh, yeah, I could actually change the level of tax investigation.
Yeah, like when you play as the US, that's the first thing you need to do.
Yeah. I got that phone call again. Let me step away.
Which is, yeah, all right.
Make Cuba the 51st state. Hell yeah. Anyway.
Well, you can try to buy Baja California from Mexico, so you can actually have a naturally sounding, naturally looking California.
Yeah, that's actually what I wanted to do. I wanna have a gameplay where I annex or buy.
Where you fix the border war of the United States.
Huh?
PG fixes the border war of the United States by buying land.
Yeah, because my plan that I want to do in at least one of my gameplays is I'm gonna buy Yukon, I'm gonna buy British Columbia, and then I'm gonna buy Sonora, and then Baja California and Baja California Sur. And that'll look like a really badass United States.
Yeah.
And then maybe Chihuahua.
As a joke.
Yeah. And
We're
then
gonna have a state that is named after a dog. Or the other way around. Anyway.
I know my girlfriend's Mexican, so I'm sitting there and asking her how to say all of the Mexican state names. Gives me a lot of insight. Is this like an RPG? Sorry, I don't know this game. We got a new player. Hey, this game has 0 problems. If anyone tells you this game is buggy, don't listen to them. That's a joke. This game is kind of buggy. In some ways.
Well, it's my girlfriend.
I like how me and you are both getting calls all the time.
Anyway, no, this is not an RPG. This is like job. Well, as the name says, it's a geopolitical simulator, and it's mostly a strategy game where you play a country, and you have all of the realistic options of what you can do as a head of state.
Yeah.
You can alter the economy. You can increase taxes. You can subsidize exports or a single sector. You can put custom duties on goods, and you can also meet other heads of state and have deals with them regarding immigration, regarding research, regarding trade. You can negotiate with them to support you on UN votes or votes in the EU. You have an entire system just for the EU, and it's a great strategy game basically. But it's a great strategy game that is very, very deep on simulation.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like Hearts of Iron or Crusader Kings. This is like the real deal.
Yeah, it's basically like Hearts of Iron, Crusader Kings, and literally any game that has to do with politics, except it's on like 5 pounds of cocaine. Like it's essentially, yeah, it seems very hard to check control everything as a country.
It is.
It's very overwhelming, especially for new players.
Yeah, new players crash the game. They don't crash the game. They crash the economy immediately. Not that hard though. Yeah, I don't say. I mean,
even I have trouble with it sometimes.
Before, it's gonna be easier. But if you never played a Grand Strategy game before, I don't know.
Like even I've been playing this game for 8 years, and even I have trouble like keeping up a lot.
Just answering the thing about RPG, it does have some role-play features. For example, your head of state can divorce or remarry. He has a family that you can talk to, although this doesn't really affect the gameplay. Let's see what else. You have relations with the other politicians, so that affects how they're going to respond to your actions. If you have a good relation with the opposition, they're not going to like throw a protest to stop you. They're going to be more okay if you take a law that they don't like, for example. There are also the military side of the game where you can pretty much do the strategy that you want with your current gear. So yeah, it's a game that pretty much has the politics, diplomacy, economy. It has everything that you want from wanting to be a head of state. If you want to do something, you can do it.
And as the game title suggests, it's called Geopolitical Simulator. So it's not political. It's not just political simulator, but it's also geopolitical. So you can
Power Revolution.
So you can go around. You can make free trade agreements with the United Kingdom, with Japan. You can, as the United States, I like to kind of like have some sort of containment policy against China. I like to kind of like try to prepare and fill troops in the Indo-Pacific region to try to like prepare against the potential conflict against China. So there's a lot of different types of ways. And I mean, there's in the 2023 edition, like we've been talking about it all stream, like we just got all of these updates to immigration. We got like immigration agreements, which I really need to figure something out with Mexico, because I have 13 million illegal immigrants in my country right now, and I really need to. I'm gonna go for the $100 billion like investment in Mexico, I guess, because it's starting to get ridiculous.
I'm gonna get some water and I'll be right back.
Okay. Basically, in a game, what is the difference between various youth associations, scout movements, and national youth movements? It's 1,000 thanks. This is like the 4th time you've seen me say. I've seen you say that. Various youth movements is essentially, or youth associations. Basically, this is associations that provide kids with activities. It's like extracurricular activities. So it's like maybe like government clubs or like Boy Scouts or something like that, which that kind of like goes hand in hand with scout movements and national youth movements. National youth movements is more along the lines of like a national like here's a national, like, I don't know if it's like the Hitler Youth or something like that, but maybe you could probably kind of like correlate it to that, where it's like, this is the American youth, these guys are like amazing and these are Americans or something like that. Scout movements is exactly what it sounds like. It's a scout movement. It's like the Boy Scouts or the Girl Scouts. So essentially these are just extracurricular activities for your children in your country, or at least for young people in your country. So if you've ever gone to school and they talk about extracurricular activities and everything like that, especially various youth associations, that's kind of what that is.
Respect.
Did they get rid of Duterte yet? Oh yeah, I never checked on Duterte. No, Duterte is still there.
I'm back.
I swear to God, I'm gonna invade Mexico because they won't accept my immigration agreement.
Press, dude.
Jesus
down.
Christ. I've already built a wall and it still hasn't done anything.
Have you tried to like make carry out massive an operation to regularize the current illegal immigrants, and only then you start to think about the making a deal.
Okay. Yeah, see, they actually did change the regularization operation, so it actually is a massive regularization operation is for any undocumented immigrants residing in the country at the beginning of the year and having been employed for at least 1 year. This is intended to stimulate and aid economic sectors that employ many illegal workers, which is construction, large farms, etc. And then it says, thus, these regularized immigrants will no longer be deported to their country of origin. It is ineffective to launch multiple regularization campaigns in succession. It takes time for the number of illegal immigrants that are eligible for regularization to replenish itself. And it gives you a stable employment number of those that have a stable employment, and it says 4.29 million illegal immigrants are eligible for regularization in the United States. So I didn't even think about doing that. Should I do a tight control of visas from those coming from Mexico? I don't want. So should I tighten up the visa control over Mexico? I really don't want to do that.
No, don't.
Yeah.
I think that's trying to solve a problem by creating another.
Because then I would have a pretty big diplomatic crisis with Mexico. That's like that's like the last straw kind of thing. Like I really do not want to just have a tightly controlled visa program with Mexico.
Okay, let me see the options, please.
Of what?
With immigration laws. Let me see if I can help you fix your immigration issues. Modify economic immigration quotas. Let me see this one.
Oh yeah, I could lower that.
I would increase that by a lot.
It won't let me increase it. It's maxed out.
All right. Forget it.
Because for some
Let's
reason,
see
yeah,
what
I don't
else
know.
there
I
is.
don't know why like it allows me to do this, if I can't increase
And not increase it yet. I would have increased that to at least a million. Anyway, just solely regulation. Let me see.
Someone said, "Can you choose to play as a specific country?" You can play one. You can play up to 30 out of 175 internationally recognized countries in the world. The ones that you cannot play as are the ones that maybe do not make sense for you to play, such as Nauru or
Sealand.
Niue or the Holy See, something like that. Small countries that just would not have a good time for you to play as gameplay wise. So you can play up to 30 countries at the same time, but you can play any country in the world that you can think of aside from the micro countries. They're calling me back again. Hang on.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Looks like PG is busy.
Yeah, sorry. That's.
Sorry.
I think that should be the last phone call. Essentially, they're just basically there's like some car warranty company that I have, and the car warranty company is just being bastards, and they're not wanting to pay for anything unless like they find like something inside of the air conditioner is out in my car, and we're experiencing record heat in Texas right now, and so it's extremely uncomfortable. So essentially what they're doing is they're just being just picky and everything, and so there's like a 50-50 chance that I have to drop like so much money on the AC of the car or something like that. So I don't know. But that should be the last interruption that I get, because they're gonna start working on the car and everything. Okay.
Anyway, we were talking about immigration.
Yeah, we were talking about how to stop the influx.
We're gonna talk about immigration. We're gonna talk about the you know, that Beavis and Butthead meme.
We're gonna talk about the immigration. We're gonna talk about the regularization. We're gonna talk about the visas. We're gonna talk about the family unification.
Do you think it's funny when I talk about immigration?
We're gonna talk about just Solly.
And we are definitely going to spend a lot of time
talking about the deportations. Moldova.
The bill.
Trying to get my wealth tax up to 5% so I can lower my deficit.
The population affected by the disaster is in a very precarious situation.
We're running up on 3 hours on this stream, so I'm probably gonna head out very soon. Bro, your commie policy. Shh. Hello, I'm French. Do you remember the competition between you and Francie? Yes, you should subscribe to me. You should subscribe to me, man. Everyone here is Team PG. If you guys are not subscribed to me, you are all dead to me.
Wait, how much is your growth?
My growth is about 1.35%.
Only that on July? You need to do something, dude.
Shh. Yeah, that's actually what I'm trying to figure out.
What's your interest rate?
3%.
Well, keep it that way. I don't want to mess with interest rates right now. Have you tried to do any deal with anyone? Like a trade deal? Generally, those are good.
Yeah, I'm usually the global agreements tend to get me a lot of growth, so I'm signing those right now. I always sign the reciprocal to kind of like keep growth moderate. So I'm signing the global econ treaties now. Where's my free trade agreement with Russia?
our service.
Just make sure growth outpaces inflation. Screw the rest of the world. Yeah, you're gonna end your life whenever you see my inflation rate compared to my growth rate.
Good morning.
It's great that an American YouTuber is playing this game. I didn't know that the game was actually big in France. Like I know
would
it's
assume
a French
so.
developer, but I always thought the game was famous everywhere, like famous quote unquote.
I'm gonna look something up to how to say something in French, real quick.
Being chilly, just kidding.
Merci d'avoir regardé.
Merci d'avoir regardé. Yeah, I probably skewered the hell out of that. Was that merci d'avoir regardé? Try to learn some French live on stream. United States, Japan. I'm from Australia. No hard feelings about the cancelled sub plan. Oh. That's what he was saying. That's funny. It took me a minute to catch that. He said, merci à toi.
How's inflation?
Oh, he said, thanks to you. How's inflation? My inflation rate is 5.46%.
Yeah, you need to bring that down. Your growth is not enough to compensate for that.
What do you recommend?
Is the inflation going down? That's the first thing you need to know. Because one thing you're doing right is that you're getting rid of your deficit. But one thing that you can try raising the rates again. Because it's August and you never raised them.
Well, I did. I had them all the way up at 6%. I lowered it to actually increase the growth rate.
So it was 8%, now it's 546.
Yeah.
Let me see the rate, how it's going. It actually decreased by a lot.
Yeah. It's been stagnant now.
Well, that's a sign that you need to raise it again. No, not that by much.
Damn, bro.
Oh, well, it's okay now.
The decree.
Okay, so my regularization just dipped in, and I now have 9 million illegal immigrants. Oh, another thing that you can do is that you can withdraw from the refugee convention.
Oh, so you can be a monster. Right.
Yeah, it says it defines the rights of refugees who cannot be turned away, supersedes national sovereignty. So basically you can leave it and just be like, F off refugees. So I can lower a tax. It's just here. I'll do a tax reform real quick. I have the deficit power to do it. I'm gonna be deficit spending, but I can afford like $200-300
Not
billion
Social Security.
real quick.
Don't reduce Social Security, seriously,
Don't.
because that's money that I need later. Go back. Here's what I would do. Let me see income tax.
Well, employer I lowered because it does promote growth.
All right, but let me check the income tax, because what you need to do. Oh, I thought it was higher. It was lower, actually. Let me see. You can increase the high bracket all the way to 50 and lower middle and low. Let's see how it goes.
By more than that?
Actually, I'm okay with the lower bracket being 10%. I mean, in my opinion, it should be 20, 30, 50. But people would put your head on a spike for daring to suggest 20% to the lower bracket. With good reason, actually. Go back. I don't think raising tax is a good idea right now.
See, that's the what I love about this game is that it really makes you think.
I have an idea. Have you subsidized anything so far?
I have not. I subsidized agriculture, and I think that's also why I'm having a issue with growth right now, is because I have not subsidized anything in the industrial sector.
Well, that's a problem.
Yeah. All right, we'll go through them individually.
Here's what I would subsidize. Oh, wait, not the entire economy, dude.
No, I know.
I would subsidize automobile construction, especially electric vehicles and whatnot. Construction, steel, the construction, steel, household items, and electronic products. Oh yes, and the chemical industry as well. The chemical industry is good. Computer hardware industry is good. And also rare earth minerals, because you're pretty much buying everything from China. And the US has a lot of deposits, so you can just explore them and have domestic rare earth mineral deposits. And also you can start importing stuff that you may need later. For example, bauxite for an aluminium.
Mm-hmm. I already have a contract signed with Brazil over bauxite.
Get iron from either Brazil or India.
Did you say household appliances?
Yes.
Why specifically household appliances?
Because that's an industry that not only makes stuff that people buy often, it's an industry that employs a lot of people. It's the famous white line here in Brazil. It's usually subsidized by the government. Naval construction is a good idea as well, but I think it would be better to just build new ports. Actually, you have no naval construction?
Yeah, the United States always starts off with zero naval construction.
Oh, you can subsidize by like 20 billion or something. It makes no sense. The United States actually does have a very robust naval construction, as far as I know.
I like how powerful my soda industry is.
because of Coca. That's because of Coca-Cola alone.
You said steel?
Yep. You can subsidize utility vehicles as well, just so you cover everything. Now, yeah, water supply networks too, because that helps agriculture a lot, by the way. And I'll go to services and let's see what you can subsidize there. All right, on services, I would subsidize internet services, air transportation. No, not attraction parks. Disney doesn't need shit.
Yeah, that's why I'm only giving him 500 million.
I see. All right.
I really wish this was different. I really wish. Okay, courier transportation, explain this to me. What is courier transportation?
Uber.
I don't think it's Uber.
I think it's
because I looked it up and it's basically like
ship and you need to take it to Las Vegas.
I don't know. All right, McDonald's, you're gonna make a private military company. Internet services, you said?
Yeah, it's just an idea, but let's see if it helps. Numerical networks and infrastructure as well. And of course the postal service. Get some more people hired in the postal service because it's a national company.
Let me see if this works too. Yep, severance pay is applied there.
Yeah, get like 80,000 people in your workforce for postal. Yeah, let's make a jobs package, federal jobs package. Telecom operator is gonna give $1 billion to Comcast for no reason. And I think that's it. Tourism and hotel trade is going to get better just because of your high-speed rail lines. I'm gonna get some coffee because it's already almost 5 here.
It is
no,
almost.
It's already 5:30.
How many hours are you ahead of me?
Huh?
How many hours are you ahead of me? It's 3:30 here.
About 2.
I thought you were like 6 hours ahead of me.
Well, anyway, I'm gonna grab a bite and I'll be back.
Okay.
I'll be back to see if it worked.
The mission was completed last evening, giving rise to a festive atmosphere in the control room. It must be said that the scientific team had every reason to be overjoyed at the complete success of their space program. The program director praised policymakers for having taken the initiative for this long-term scientific endeavor and for having secured sufficient means to guarantee its success. He called it a great success for our nation.
A great success for all mankind. Gabe would have loved that joke. Anyone that asks me when the Steam edition comes out has to give me a nickel.
Perspective.
So illegal immigration is on its way down. Projecting info of incoming migrants is actually on its way down as well. So incoming legally entering is on its way down, but illegal immigration is on its way up. I really, really, really like how much they've expanded on immigration in this version. Dude, I cannot tell you how much I really love this expansion on immigration. I was playing on the 2022 edition with how with immigration and everything. This is like a long time coming. Like, this is the best thing that you could have ever asked for. I've been wondering, I'm stupid. I've been wondering how to stop all this illegal immigration. I haven't even touched the budget guidelines.
It's awful.
And then y'all BRB for 1 second. Haha, JK. I've been streaming since 11 o'clock. No, I started to stream at like 12 something. So I've been streaming for like 3 hours. Why is Cindy Pelosi is still the Speaker of the House? It's actually supposed to be Kevin McCarthy. Because we have the updated, yeah. It's late in France, and he'll have to And he will have to replay it. Goodbye, good evening. Goodbye. How do you say it in French? It is... Au revoir. Au revoir. Au revoir.
Our sportsmen are ready.
The bill.
PG, do you not get bored of the repetitive nature of the game? I used to, especially like in the 2018, 2019 editions of the game. After the 2020 and 2021 edition, the repetitiveness really went away. Because there was a period of time in this channel where I didn't play this game for a while because it was very repetitive and I just could not play it anymore. But I have been able to find myself playing this game way more on a more consistent basis because and yeah, like, and this takes us all the way back to the whole thing about the features and everything like that. If and I made this point during the whole thing. If they were to focus on everything, because people say like, well, the game has all of these, like, they make all of these additions and everything like that, but they don't fix anything and they add all these features, blah 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 blah. And then that goes back to my points where I said, like, you know, we have to have a balance between
Hello.
so we have to have a balance between, you know, the features that we're adding and then the bugs that we're fixing and everything like that. So then what comes back to that is that if you think this game is repetitive, if you're saying that you're okay with not adding features and them fixing bugs, then that makes it come back to the point that it's going to become repetitive extremely quickly if they're spending 2 or 3 years just flat out fixing bugs, not adding any features. And then you're like, well, this game is repetitive, I'm not going to play it anymore. Already. No, I know. Someone asked me about that in the chat. He said, did you not get bored of the repetitive nature of the game? So I was kind of like going back to that point. But that's the last time I'm going to talk about it because I know I already like talked about it way too long earlier this stream, so. And I'm about to end this stream anyway. I'm actually going to get to the end of the year, and I'm going to go ahead and call it.
Yeah, get to the end of the year. I want to see if our efforts paid off.
Uh-oh. It's hurricane time, so we're going to figure out see if they actually fixed the bug. No, they didn't. Favorable change of regime in Guatemala.
Hooray.
Which means that I can possibly sign another immigration agreement with them.
It must be good.
We haven't checked on the Ukraine war. Forgot about that. Dnipro has been liberated. Odessa has been liberated. Holy shit. Oh, there's a suicide.
How many desertions the Russians have?
I'll check. Yo? He's going back to base. No! Her son is about to be liberated. And all of the Dragon's Teeth fortifications are gone out of her son.
Respect.
Oh my god, if they retake Crimea,
won
it's
the
going to be
competition.
so cool.
I know, right? They also added the Kirsch Bridge.
Oh, the meme bridge.
Yeah.
Just blew it up already.
Bet. Where's my submarines? Yo. Based. Oh, there's my hypersonic missiles. Based. Oh, shit. More suicide drones. No, stop going back to base.
Oh, he's afraid.
Oh, look at him. He's so cute. Make Beto president again in this simulator. Oh my god, Matt Gagnon, you're gonna love this. Hang on. I got something for you, Matt. If my camera will work. Yeah, my camera will work. I bought this a couple of years ago. Matt Gagnon is gonna screenshot. He's gonna screenshot this. And you'll see two. But ironically Matt shows up and I'm wearing this. No, I did not vote for Beto. It's just the shirt that I got in 2018 for a friend. Where's a Beto shirt? Where's our Beto shirt? Man. Yo, Marcella Page, how are you? We have an actual city person that's running for city council in the chat. Speaking of, oh yeah, you asked about the desertions. 448 desertions in Ukraine and 5,504 in Russia. Yeah.
I was expecting more.
Yeah. I actually need to go ahead and give weapons over to the Ukrainians. We're going to give them 80,000 mortar rounds. You know what? Just going to do 180,000 mortar rounds. We're going to go ahead and give them helicopters. Has Kherson been liberated? Kherson has been liberated. Welcome to the stream. It's nearly over. It's nearly over. We're gonna go to the end of the year whenever I stop pausing the game. Oh, this is actually very exciting. They finally added accurate religions to the United States. So honestly, I can literally make the United States a Muslim caliphate.
Oh my god.
I can ban every other religion except Islam, and I can now make the US the reformed Umayyad caliphate.
How's the economy?
Economy 5.29% inflation, and growth rate is nearly 2%.
Well, so it worked.
I'm great. I commented back today. Okay, I'll make sure to check your comment, Marcella. Hang on real quick.
Oh no, not another phone call. PG is getting important today. So many phone calls.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I keep getting interrupted during this stream.
You're getting important phone calls. PG is
No,
getting
no, no, no.
important-
That actually wasn't a phone call. That was literally someone walking into my room. Okay. It's mostly still about the car, so it's kind of unavoidable. Never happens during my stream, so as long as people aren't like, oh my god, stop getting interrupted. Oh my god, Mexico, what's going on? Mexico is actually really interesting to play.
This theory.
I'll say that, especially because they have a huge crime problem. Ah, the joys of living with family, yes.
Ah, sir.
Matt Gagnon. OMG, stop getting interrupted. Oh, let me check.
OMG.
OMG. Oh, look, there's BB.
Again?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, again. He came back. I forgot.
You forgot BB came back?
Yeah. I actually forgot that Berlusconi died.
Yeah.
Duly noted.
I was like reading the paper the other day, and oh yeah, there's this dispute about Berlusconi's inheritance. And I was like, wow, but isn't he like a power broker in Italian politics and etc.? And then I realized, oh wait, he died.
You didn't realize that he died?
No, I completely forgot. I was so busy with work and planning my vacations, etc. I don't know. It just filtered out.
Oh, look at that. You can build fortifications in other countries. So whenever the Japanese or whenever the Chinese invade through
Oh my God, did you just see the Japanese invade? You're not playing a World War II game.
Yeah, I know. See, this would actually be really cool if the Chinese were to invade through Darwin. Then you can set up like an actual like a fortification right here through of trenches and anti-tank barriers and stuff. Like this, like the 2023 edition really allows you to plan out a defensive strategy. And maybe even in some ways you can have like some sort of like kind of like get them into a choke point and just pick them off. Okay, we're just gonna get to the end of the year now. While monitoring the economy and everything. I realized whenever me and you were trying to figure out legislation, I totally forgot to increase my budget guidelines to fight against illegal immigration and border surveillance.
Well, is it working now?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Like it's actually topped off.
Well, it's still growing, but it isn't growing exponentially.
Yeah.
Oh, determine naturalization regulations.
Yeah. Hang on. Yeah, naturalization regulations and regularization regulations. Basically, the granting of status of resident alien and when someone is granted citizenship.
Naturalization is an official act of the state granting citizenship to an immigrant. There is often a ceremony where naturalization is taken off, such as the U.S., for example. It is conditional on a minimum number of years of residence, which varies by country. All right, as we see. Medium conditions, software conditions, plus residence of more than 7 years, at least 13 years of age, good knowledge of country's history and constitution. Software condition, residence of less than 4 years or having served in the national army, demonstrates good knowledge of the languages, citizen engagement, no conviction or serious crimes. Well, medium conditions is okay. Not so sure on the 7+ years though.
And then regularization.
Consists of granting the status of resident alien to an illegal immigrant depending on how stringent the country's conditions are. A good knowledge of the language and no convictions are necessary in every case. Sometimes authorities will issue temporary residency permits, such as the DACA program for minors. Alright, let's see. Software conditions. Minors enrolled in school for a certain number of years or college graduates, parents of children who are citizens of the country have resided for a certain number of years. Being married to a spouse. You can, like, put softer conditions on this because the medium conditions just get longer left residence and the temporary regularization for minors. That's not much. You can make it easier for people to be residents. Like that would definitely cut a lot of problems with.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, why are you going to make being a resident so much of a hassle?
Personal engagement and societal norms, religious engagement, for example, and final decision by authorities on a case-by-case basis. Yeah, we'll go ahead and determine that well. Because the seven years metric on the naturalization, that's actually like that's actually like enshrined in the U.S. Constitution.
Really?
Yeah, that is a U.S. constitutional law for 7 years.
I'm gonna put the plate back into the kitchen and I'll be back. Just had myself a great sandwich. I'll be back.
Oh yeah.
Good morning. I didn't come in.
Oh hey, looks like someone is buying coal. Oh, you oh God, he's on a phone call again.
Okay. How's it so easy to get the 100% approval? And it's, I don't know, honestly. There's actually been times I've actually had really hard times like getting to 100%.
It's because of his game settings.
Well, all of it's on realistic.
Are you playing on hard or the medium?
Realistic. It's middle slider.
I see. No, I usually play on hard.
Sure.
It's a bit harder to do stuff.
Yeah, I should probably start doing that more often. Someone in the chat's asking if you voted for Bolsonaro.
Fuck no!
You didn't? You didn't? Come on, bro. You didn't vote for my boy Bolso?
There's this hut dude here that says you need to rein all Bashar al-Assad.
Nope, regularization just passed.
On behalf of my ministry, I must inform you of the consequences of this new law, which, on the one hand, will bring a number of illegal immigrants into compliance, a very good thing for our facilities, but on the other hand, this will lead to an increase in illegal immigrants who want to access easier regularization, and that's not so good for us. My colleague in economics may tell you of a possible increase in our GDP, and to a certain extent, the unemployment rate.
Can I please? God,
What?
No, his reasoning is extremely bullshit. Because look at what we did. It's flat. The number of illegal immigrants is now flat, dude. We quote unquote fixed the problem. The quote unquote problem. And in a few years, those guys are gonna become citizens.
Uh-oh.
I feel not a few, like 2 decades or so.
Cyprus is still begging to be annexed. Yo, based. I can annex Haiti. I can annex
I would
Haiti
do
and
too.
Guatemala.
Guatemala. I think you can annex any territory that is small and has same governmental ideology as yours. That's probably why.
Well, no, it says that like if they're under like regime change or something like that, like or they're like under severe civil strife or just weak, like then I think that's whenever you can annex them.
Oh, I understand.
Go, 301 dead.
Our national team were the tournament.
We're the tournament champions. They won Power and Revolution without getting any bugs. Uh-oh.
It's begun. World leaders are beginning.
It actually would make sense for me to annex Haiti. I'm very tempted.
The prepper.
Inflation is 5.14%, and my growth is 1.49.
Oh, so it went down.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I know I have to reduce the tax.
Well, we did raise interest rates, so that's probably why. But also, we need to bring down inflation at the same time. It's a bit difficult to have both large growth and reduce inflation, so that sucks. On the other hand, what we are having a big problem here because we are technically on real negative growth. Damn it, now I want to play the game. I uninstalled 2022 edition and I said, no, I'm going to stick to MD. No, I want to play as the United States and reach 1 billion Americans by the immigration system alone. I mean, we have. You guys have space. I mean, look at the Midwest.
We're gonna go over to issuance of visas and just give no visas to Mexicans.
I'm sorry, what?
Instead of they're gonna go over to the issuance of visas and then just issue no visas to Mexicans. So meaning you do not need a visa to get into the United States. So like over here, like it confused me. Like right here, look. It's.
You want to do that?
No.
Because all right. No, because see, long-term visa.
I don't think you need visa for Europe, Japan, Korea. I mean, let's be real. Theoretically, Mexico is an NAFTA member, and if you want to have an actual effective regional free trade agreement, you need to have both freedom of movement of goods and the movement of people. So I'm okay with it.
Of
On the other
eliminating
hand,
visa requirements with Mexico?
yeah, but on the other hand, this is going to be extremely unpopular. United Kingdom, visa tightly controlled with a quota.
No more British.
Fuck the British.
The
You got we spilled your tea. We're not gonna let you in so easily.
The population affected by the disaster is in a very precarious situation.
Only one more month. I'll go ahead and call the stream today.
Sorry I couldn't fix your economy.
Nah, you're good. I have a $16 billion budget deficit. But public debt has topped off.
Well, finally. Now it's time to pay it off. Until the next Republican administration decides to slash taxes again.
Good morning. Sure. Our country.
I'm gonna ban the words "when will it be available on Steam" in my chat.
Literally 1984.
Yeah. I just signed a importation agreement for workers from Turkey.
Do it with Russia to troll Putin.
With who?
Do it with Russia to troll Putin into getting an even worse brain drain.
But I'll pay them $1.
Just a second, my cat wants to eat.
I like how we just heard him meow. I'm gonna get so many notifications. Okay, so... Japan accepted, South Korea accepted, Taiwan accepted, Australia, Portugal, Spain, France, United Kingdom.
What are you doing? You're doing a NATO Erasmus program.
Yes. Belgium, Germany, Norway, Denmark, Italy, Poland.
Oh, I just had an idea. You can try a free trade agreement with the EU.
I'm never able to get those to work.
Oh. Well, I'm gonna try once I get my hands in the game.
Someone said, OMG, I just realized reunifying Yugoslavia might be easier now. Serbia's like, oh, you're unstable. Time to annex you. I'll buy Bosnia, Herzegovina, Croatia, Slovenia, Kosovo, Albania, Montenegro, and North Macedonia, and then sell them all to Serbia. Also, whenever you went to go feed your cat, it was really funny because you walked away and all you heard was a meow.
That was actually me playing with her.
No, I know. That's what I know. I thought it was really funny. Oh, I forgot the most important country of all.
Yeah, I make voices when I'm playing with my cat.
So do I. Really? Why did I not have a weapons export ban on Russia? Okay, we're almost to the end of the year, so I'm gonna go to January 10th, 2024, and we'll call it.
The population affected by the disaster is in a very
Growth is at 1.85%.
Perspective analysis.
And currency inflation is somewhat flatlining. And I am now pulling a surplus. And I just built a nuclear power plant in the middle of a lake.
demonstration. The demonstrator. The demonstrators.
Although
Oh my god. Gabe.
What?
Look. Conspiracy theories. This is the Tracy Gordon and Tracy and Gordo
Tracy and
Stevens
Gordo.
didn't actually kill themselves and they're still alive conspiracy.
The conspiracy that destroyed the Johnson Space Center.
The what?
The JSC.
I'm glad my girlfriend isn't watching this so you didn't spoil it for her.
sick.
Unless she is watching. That'd be really funny.
Oh. Sorry.
She's gonna message me
Y'all
and
need
goes.
to watch For All Mankind.
She's gonna message me and go like, "What happens?"
This theory is
All right, now the big funny's about to happen at Johnson Space Center. In fact, we can call this. Yeah. Do what Gabe says, guys. If you guys have not seen For All Mankind, then you're a loser. All right, so we're ending the year.
A great show.
It really is. We're ending the year.
Oh, budget excess.
Yes. We're ending the year with a budget excess. We're ending the year with a 1.82% growth rate. GDP is $25.482 trillion. Inflation is just above 5%. Illegal immigration is still on the rise, but yeah, we just hit 10 million illegal immigrants again. But I have more detention centers on the way.
isn't it?
Public finances just hit 48. Joe Biden's running again. Growth is resetting. We are at 4.26% growth rate right now. $48.3 billion just got deposited into the treasury. The economy grew 1.3% in 2023. Mostly because of the policies that I was making.
Crazy. Yesterday,
The jihadist caliphate invaded a TV studio. My father's car just got stolen again. My 111-year-old father.
11-year-old father.
What's going on with the Daniel Biden, bro? What's going on in the White House? All right, now it's about like 3 days until we
Should
find
have added Hunter Biden into the game.
Oh my god, I would love that. It's about 3 days until they find a really funny substance inside of the White House. Industry in
The
danger.
state of industry in our country is very worrying.
Oh my god, look at her
Our
neck.
businesses have lost competitive.
Based! 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 Jen Stoltenberg is in the game, and look who's applying for NATO. Yo, base, let's fucking go. Let's go, Georgia. Let's go. I want them.
Georgia wants to apply to NATO, but they can't because of obvious reasons.
Oh, come on. They can't. Oh, no.
Because they have a border dispute. What?
The war ended in Ukraine.
And they took territory.
Riots in Kyiv.
Groups of hooligans are in the process.
Hooligans because of soccer in DC? The United States fucking hates soccer.
Actually, they don't. There's a lot of soccer fans that I know.
Yeah, they need to change those riots to something else because I really don't see that happen in DC. I do see it happen in Philly.
Look at growth rate right
for
now.
American football. 248, so it's working. We just acted too late.
Yeah. No. No. What's about to happen to the Capitol? They're raiding it again.
We have subdued the
Except it's
rebel
just regular hooligans. Actually, that's who it was before.
1 week.
Yeah, I mean, what just happened? The Orlando fighters lost to New York City Fire, and the fans just decided to trash DC, which was somehow hosting the game. Like I said, they need to change a lot of stuff. They really need to remove the riot system because it's fucking stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, someone literally just said that they hate the riot system. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and end it right here. I've been streaming for 4 hours, so really enjoyed the stream. I really enjoy this game. Gabe, what is your final thoughts?
I like this new edition. Yeah, like a lot of laws now have new ones. The warfare system has been upgraded finally, and more stuff to do. And now you have an annexation, which means you can now get new scenarios to play, like Ireland unification, buying Greenland, and even giving statehood to Puerto Rico.
I really want to give statehood to Puerto Rico. I can buy Madagascar. Let's go. I'm really losing the opportunity to buy Haiti. But yeah, guys, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. If you guys want to see more content like this, hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss anything whenever I do make it on the channel. I will be doing more Power and Revolution 2023 gameplay in the future, so I definitely also will be making part 3 to the military and foreign policy tutorial. And I will be making a separate tutorial for immigration. And as well, the first one that I will be making before both of those will be Energy 2.0, so do look forward to the these 3 major tutorials that are going to be coming out. So make sure that you guys are whenever you guys buy this game, ensure that you are going to give Ukraine every single piece of money and weaponry that you have, because you don't need it. Ukraine does. Just kidding. Anyway, guys, leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Tell me your thoughts of the 2023 edition in the comments down below. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching, and take care.